Bang, folks, here we go. 2023 USSSA bats. Look, there's not going to be any hitting, actually a little bit of hitting, just so you can get a sound and maybe a little bit of a feel rating on it from one of our hitters. But we're just going to talk about USSSA bats. We feel like if you're in the market for a USSSA bat, especially a drop 10, maybe a drop 8, we'll talk about that, then this is the video to watch first. We're just going to do an overview about swing weight, about barrel size, about sound, about price, put them in different categories for you, and at least give you a sense of where you should start when it comes to finding the right 2023 USSSA bat. So first thing we always care about is swing weight, right? So swing weight is the biggest determining factor for making a bat feel right. It's honestly, maybe feel at this age too, but swing weight is what absolutely matters. And just to make sure we're on the same page, okay? Swing weight is where the load of the bat is. So where is the load along the bat? It's not, if you say it's a drop 10, if you say it's 33 inches or 30 inches, that doesn't matter. It's about the load of the bat. Where do they put the weight of the bat? Just think of like holding an axe. If you turn an axe around and hold the head side of the axe, it swings way different than a bat if you were to hold the handle, right? That's what we're talking about. And the load, where the bat loads, is what matters. And companies, as much as they might say that they're very clear, they're actually not. You'll see bats that are all over the place, and one company saying a bat is end loaded isn't the same standard for another company saying a bat's end loaded. So there's no industry standard for it. There actually is. It's called the swing weight. These companies have it. They don't publish it. Why they don't publish it, I don't know. I think, frankly, I don't know. Maybe they think we're dumb. We can't understand numbers. Maybe they think it gets in the way of their marketing pitch. I'm not sure. But in any case, we actually measure the swing weights back here. So we get that by measuring the balance point on these scales, doing some math to get that. We also measure the compression. That has nothing to do with balance point, but we get the compression. And then we get the swing weight with this laser timer down here that gives us a number on this side. And then you also measure the distance of that knob when it comes off of this pivot. You got to measure the distance of that. And you put all that in some formula that you can see on our website, and it gives you the actual swing weight. So with that said, these are the 2023 swing weights for drop 10, 30, 20. Now, we lied to you a little bit. We actually have two USA bats in here. If you can see this Cat X on the end, this is actually the drop 11 Cat X, but look, or not the Cat, the older Cat. This bat actually swings heavier, a drop 11, 30, 29. This is a 30-29. This 30-29 swings heavier than every one of these 30-20s. So again, that's a really good example, right, of saying that bats that swing really heavy, like this one on the top, is actually a drop 11. So if you were to look at this on the shelf and see, oh, this is a 19-ounce bat, therefore it swings lighter. No, it doesn't, because it's all about the distribution. So again, here they are from heaviest down here to lightest down here. Let's just start with the elephant in the room that we think, and that is the goods. So this is the 30-20, the goods. In BB Core, the goods is supposed to be this kind of heavier swinging bat. And in fact, it is in BB Core, but in USSSA, the goods is actually the lightest swinging bat. That actually blows our mind. But in any case, it is. So if you're looking for a super light swinging bat, the goods might be a good option. It is an aluminum barrel, so you're gonna see that the barrel size is smaller, but forget that for now. In any case, this is the order. Notice a bat like the CF, always swinging really light. Kids love it. Hype, the ZOA. You have we'll come back to these two axes here in just a second, but this is the Cat Composite, the Alpha from Easton. This is also a USA bat. We just put it in here just so you can get a feel, because it's actually a pretty popular USA bat, the 360, right kind of in the dead middle of everything else. You have the Cat Connect in a drop 10. The Cat X is right here. The Atlas, a bat like the Encore. Then you have String King, the String King Metal Pro bat, and then a Marucci F5, and then a Strato, USSSA Strato, swings heavy. And then you have, of course, this guy, which also swings heavy. Okay, so a quick comment on these bats that go from here to here. Why in the world do we have two different bats? Okay, so this isn't to pick on Axe, because a lot of companies do this, but there's a certain level of quality control, and you'll actually find if you get two bats of the same maker, of the same brand, of the same size, off the same shelf, and you measure their actual swing weight, you will actually see that they're different. Like, there's actually a measurable difference between the swing weight of the two. Now, in most cases, they're pretty close, like within 5%. We've seen some that are pretty bad, honestly, but these Axe bats, for example, although they're close, there's actually bats that are in between them, even though they're the same brand, same bat. But those four bats, you take those two Axe bats on the outside and those two in the middle, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference just holding them. Now, technically, in a physics labs, are they different? Absolutely, they are different. But they're so close within 5% that sometimes you'll find bats that sort of intermix. Meaning that if we were to get another set of 30-20 in these bats, it would probably be in a different order. It wouldn't be the exact order, but these things would be pretty close. Just look at these bats. This is all the swing weights of these bats right here and all the calculations that we do. This right here, 4,700 to 5,400. So you're talking a range of, what's it end up being, about 700? So a total of about 15% different from this bat up to this bat, which again would be that the goods up to that Cat USA, right? And my point simply is, from here all the way up to there, you're only talking about 15% total difference, which is considerable, no doubt about it, but it's not this massive, massive range. And most of these bats, especially the ones that are right next to each other, are probably interchangeable in terms of their actual swing weight. And if we had to make categories of what we would consider to be end-loaded, hand-balanced, or hand-loaded, and then mid-loaded, or whatever you want to call them, this is probably what we would say. So if you're looking for a light swinging drop 10 bat, we'd probably stay in this world. If you're okay with a little bit of weight, you'd probably stay in this world. And if you think you should probably be swinging a drop 8 or something heavier, or you really like the Cat because you're in USA, then you're probably looking at something like this. Now we're sort of forced to cut out, look, you got the axe of edge here and the axe of edge here. That doesn't seem to work. How can this be middle and this be light? Well, again, this is the nature of the beast. Because these two bats are about 5% off of each other, there's some gap. And so it's just welcome to the crazy world of bats, where there's just sort of variation. Notice as well, and we'll go to the next step here where we talk about the different kinds of bats, but notice this is two-piece composite, two-piece composite, two-piece composite, two-piece composite, two-piece composite, and then basically everything else up here except for this USA bat right here and this axe bat are not two-piece composites. The only exception, again, is that really weird the goods, which is an alloy barrel, composite handle, but this bat actually swings super, super light. Okay, so the next thing to care about is the feel of a bat, and really the feel comes with the construction of the bat. So you got single-piece alloy bats up here, you got hybrid bats right here, and you got two-piece composite bats that are right here. These two-piece composite bats tend to be the most expensive. Notice that there's a lot of them. These tend to be the bats that kids like the feel of the most. Most kids, when they hit the CF, I mean, we've been doing this for a long time. I've never heard a kid hit the CF and say anything else but that feels really good. Same story with a bat like the Zoa. Kids really like how the Zoa feels. Cat X Connect. They really like how it feels. They really like how this bat feels too, although it breaks too often. But at least it has in the past. They may have fixed that, but this is the USA version. So kind of an outlier because we're not talking about USA in this video, USSSA. But kids love the way these bats feel. They generally have very big barrels. Two-piece composites, generally the way to go if you're a serious player and you're younger and you want a great feel in a massive barrel. This is usually where you are. Sadly, these things also cost the most, which we'll talk about here in a second. But this is usually the sort of the grouping of 2023 bats you wanna live in. Notice how few hybrid bats there are, but there are some hybrid bats. You have the Cat X Connect. You got this bat that's the Encore from Easton, which is new and it's got some crazy things going on in its barrel. We'll talk about one day. And of course, that really super light swinging, the goods, is also a good option if you're looking for a hybrid, which would be a composite handle and an alloy barrel. The least expensive bats of the bunch are always single-piece alloy bats, and some kids really like these bats. They do really well. Our experience is that compared to the two-piece composite, these just never feel good enough, especially on cold days or when a kid takes one off the end cap. And if you're trying to get the most out of a bat in terms of a kid being the most successful and like willing to swing it hard, it's hard to say that these bats are perfect. However, if your kid's a good hitter, he squares up the ball often. In terms of a value bat, these bats are great. I mean, the Cat X is hard to go wrong with, a single-piece alloy. The Marucci F5 we really like. We like the Strato too with that handle, although it swings a little bit heavy. But the other thing we do is we measure the barrel length. Like, so how big is the maximum barrel on the bat? Is that a useful measurement? I don't know, but we do it anyways. I do actually think it's useful if you're young and you're trying to get as much plate coverage as possible. I think barrel size matters more at this age than maybe at older ages. Is it the reason I would buy a bat? No. Is it a reason I would buy a bat? Yeah, maybe. If I was deciding between two bats and everything else was the same and one had a bigger barrel, I would probably choose the one that had a bigger barrel, especially if their swing weights are the same. So we take every one of these bats, and as you see, we would come in right here, and we would probably give this like a 10 1/8 barrel size or something really close to that. And we measure that with every one of our bats, and we put them in order over here. And this is the order of barrel size. So the DeMarini CF Glitch has an absolutely massive, massive barrel. In fact, big as the Zoa. These bats actually are tied, so they could go like that, but this is it. Again, crazy that the Goods here has a massive barrel, super light swinging, but so does the CF, I guess. So this is an alloy barrel, and it will save you a little bit of money over that, although this one feels better, as you will see here in a bit. Anyways, there's your range. All right, so the question we get asked the most is it worth it? That is it worth the extra 50 or 100 or 200 bucks to buy the bat that's a little bit better? Now, everybody in the industry, and I say everybody, is going to say, oh yeah, of course, it's better. I feel like we're sometimes a lone voice in being like, you're going to have a hard time convincing me that a kid's going to get better exit speeds with that bat than he is with this bat, this $99 String King. The truth is, most bats perform really, really close, and you're only talking about a marginal difference. It is probably true, though, that you get a little more bat for a little more money. But do not feel bad at all about spending 99 bucks to go buy a bat. So here are the bats. I tried to put them in order of how much they cost and sort of gap them. But you got a bat like the String King, which is $99. The Atlas is like $129. And honestly, I can't remember exactly what these are when I put them in order. But you basically get from $99 up to like the $200 range, up to like the mid $300 range, up to almost $400. What you actually get in these bats is you get a little bit of a bigger barrel, although again, the biggest barrel is right here and right here, but you generally get a bigger barrel. You definitely get a multi-piece bat. So notice your first non-multi-piece bat is the Cat X, which is probably the most popular bat right now because it has a good price point of like $279. I forget what it is, somewhere in there. So the next closest single-piece bat is this Easton Alpha, which you have to look it up, $199 or something like that, or $219, something like that. So you get a two-piece bat, you get a bigger barrel. Do you get a lighter swing? Oh, by the way, we put this in here. We don't have the Rawlings icon on a drop 10 yet. It's still sort of in transit. But there is a Rawlings icon that's coming that's going to replace this Quattro. We'll save another video for that, but just know that exists. It's also in the $399 bunch. Do you get a lighter swing? I think on average, you get a lighter swing, although this bat, again, is the lightest swinging bat. Do you get a bigger barrel? Yeah, you probably get a bigger barrel. Do you get a better feel because you have a two-piece connection piece? Probably. The question most people have is, well, do I get a better exit speed? Does the ball bounce better? Again, you'll have a lot of people, promotional stuff, trying to move bats and trying to create some hype that will tell you, yeah, look, this bat's so hot. But look, we've been doing this, I know, longer than everybody. We have more exit speeds, I think, tracked than most companies do. And I'm telling you right now, there's just not a lot of difference in exit speeds when it comes to the cheapest bat to the most expensive bat. There might be a little bit, and for the right hitter and the right bat, there can be a lot. But when we say a lot, what I actually mean is like 2 miles an hour. I don't mean 5, I don't mean 10, and I'm saying occasionally. What you want to find is a bat that swings right for them, that feels right for them, and they have confidence that they can attack the ball and put it in play. Put it in play. That's what we're trying to do. And sometimes put it in play with force, of course, but what we're trying to do is make contact, and we're trying to get to the ball early. And that comes down to swing weight, it might come down to barrel size, and it might come down to feel based on their confidence level. And so that's what you're trying to do. So don't be oversold by you got to get a certain bat, you got to do a certain thing. You'll go to some of these tournaments, and everyone will be swinging the CF or the Cat X Connect or the Cat X. You're like, oh, that's got to be the hot bat. Look, the groupthink in baseball is unbelievable. Do not just believe people because you see a lot of people doing it. The marketing in this business is unreal. It is unreal, and they do a fantastic job, and hats off to them. And there you go. So that's kind of our speech, but that's our Vibe at Bat Digest. Generally speaking, what the companies and their outlets are trying to explain to you isn't true. They don't even know. They don't even have the data. They can't even explain it to you. They just say, well, it feels better. It looked like I went farther. And I saw Hit Track showed this. So, okay, great. Anyways, we don't be too cynical. We're just trying to tell you the truth. Dude, we're going to jack some, okay? Okay. We're gonna hit all these bats right here. We're going to do one swing. One swing, everybody knows the rules, okay? That's the name of our game today. You get to hit the ball one time, and then you're going to tell me how good it felt. Got it? So just give me a feel rating. We're going to listen to the sound. This is the Rawlings Quattro from 2022. So we don't have the icon here yet, but we don't care. So let's put a ball on here. Let's start with this bat, and you give me a rating. A rating between what, 1 and 10? Sure. Or 1 and 5?
Let's go 1 and 10.
1 and 10 of how good that bat felt, and then we'll go to the next one, all right? We'll get to hear it, we'll get to see it. All right, rock and roll. What you got? What was that?
That was 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. All right. And?
6 out of 10.
6. Oh, man. The hype got a 6 out of 10. Okay. Ooh.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 for the Cat X. Not surprising. Not surprising. One hit. Everybody knows the rules. CF glitch, baby. Make it rock. Oh, you end cap that. You end cap that. But how'd it feel on the end cap?
It felt actually kind of nice.
Yeah, that's how that bat rolls right there. That bat rolls kind of nice no matter where you hit it.
The end cap, it was a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 on the end cap. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is your game bat. This is your gamer right here. Drop 10, Zoa. That's smooth.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Cat X composite, man. A lot of buzz on this bat.
They're not good at all. It's like a 9 out of 10.
9. Oh, man. The first 9. The first. All right. 9. Now we got the Axe Avenge Pro. This was your bat last year, right? Although you went up an inch here. So let's see it. Smoked it. And?
9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10.
Axes are nice.
Oh, man. Axes are nice. Did you hear that, Axe? He just said axes are nice. This is the Cat X. Single piece here. Single piece Cat X. Banger.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. The best bat.
Still 8 out of 10.
Probably the best selling bat right now in USSSA is that Cat X. It's cheap, man. It's cheap. It has a good market, and it feels good for being a single piece bat because of that knob technology down there, you know? All right, where are we at now? Ooh, the Encore. Kind of fun. A little bit of a load. Oh, kind of shanked that.
I'm going to do this one.
Oh, we're going to do it again. It's one hit. Everybody knows the rules, and the rule is if you miss it, you get to hit it again. Okay.
Oh, it's an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Good work. No.
Okay. Hey, does that bat feel heavy to you or light to you?
It's pretty light.
It feels
Like all
pretty
the
light?
others. Feels like all the others.
It feels like all the others, but doesn't feel lighter than all the others.
Bit lighter.
A bit lighter than all the Okay, cool. Good. Oh! There's a liner. That's a base hit. Shortstop slow. What'd you give that?
9 out of 10.
A 9? Everything's getting a 9 right now.
Yeah.
Everything's getting a 9.
See what this.
I guess I should be paying attention more to the sound, but they all kind of sound the same. We're in the alloy bat section, right? So these are alloy bats now that he's been swinging. So it's just a different ping, right? Versus that hollow sound. The Strato.
This one's a 10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10. People at home are like saying, don't drop your hands, kid. Keep your hands up. But no, we're not talking about, this isn't hitting lessons. This is bat testing. You just gave that a 10 out of 10? I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. You seriously give that a 10 out of 10, the Strato?
It felt really nice because I probably hit in the sweet spot.
Okay. I'm going to go with that. All right, here we go. This is the ALX, the new ALX. All right.
That noise a lot. I'll give that one also a 10 out of 10.
Oh, man. I feel like the grading's going crazy right now. A 10 out of 10 for the ALX. Because you liked, for the ALX, because you liked the noise, you said. Okay, that's what it's come to, folks. This is, I feel like I'm reading reviews on YouTube at this point. This is, okay, here we go. Oh, the String King, kind of shanked it. One hit, everybody knows the rule, and the rule is?
You miss it, hit again.
You hit again, yeah. So one swing, everybody knows the rules. This is the String King, $99. It looked hard, although it was flat. You ground out to the shortstop if he was good. If it was your rec ball, if it was your weekday league, base hit. If it was your comp league, that kid probably got you. Unless he overthrew the first baseman. 7 out of 10 for the $99 bat. That's how it always goes. Oh, the Atlas, baby. 119, I think. Ooh, liner. That felt heavier or lighter, that bat?
It was a little heavier.
Yeah, you would be right.
That was,
Okay, hey, in the game, one swing, everybody knows the rules. What bat do you choose? What is the bat? One swing, everybody knows the rules.
I know I marked these as like a 10.
Yeah, but
I like this one.
okay, the single piece cat
This
and the Zoa. Okay. Hey, sweet. So there you have it. There's 2023 USSSA bats. Hopefully you got a feel for what's out there. Look at barrel sizes. Look at swing weights. Please pay attention to swing weights. If you like sound, if you like feel, if you like, one hit, everybody knows the rules, then go on that, whatever it is. But just make sure you get the right swing weight. Don't listen to too much hype. Find the bat that works for you, especially if you can go try bats out somewhere, like try out your teammates' bats. That would be fantastic. But at the end of the day, just know that the secret is in the dirt, right? The secret's in the dirt. Practice, practice, practice. Get out. Swing, 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 swing. We find that kids this age swing more when the bat feels good. So there you go. That would be our advice. If you want to spend a little more money, you want to justify it in your mind, you got to get a bat that feels good, especially when they're going to take one off the end cap. You know it's going to happen. You don't want them to throw their bat in their bag and say, I'm done with this. You want them to say, that was all right. It felt okay. That's why bats we think like the CF, like the Cat Composite, do really, really well. If you want to save money, maybe a bat like the Cat X. If you want to go crazy and do something else, do something else. Go with an Axe Avenge Pro or a Strato, something like that. Folks, good times. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. We're going to keep doing our BB core testing thing. So we just he was at a tournament this week, so we didn't get a chance to come hit. But USSSA, and we'll work through these ones too at some point and find a best one. But all right, peace out. See you around.